There's so much to talk about, actually. Let's start with Ian Keatley. He's bidding farewell to Munster, as you actually broke the story, Murray, a couple of weeks ago now at this stage, probably, was it?
Yeah, I guess this is the time of year where everyone's negotiating. Looked like for him, Munster weren't going to retain him, and obviously he hasn't played a lot of minutes at all this season. They have 5 out halves on the books, and obviously need to reduce that number, so Munster probably wasn't the future for him. There was a bit of interest from London Irish, I think, initially, and a couple of other English clubs, but then Benetton came in with a good offer for him. And it's probably one you wouldn't have expected, particularly Irish players haven't gone to Italy traditionally. You saw a couple of guys at Zebra last season, but I think it's going to be a really good move for him. Benetton are going to lose Tommaso Allen and Ian McKinley during the World Cup, during the Six Nations as well, so he'll get a lot of game time there. His experience is going to be important for that squad, I think, as well. They're building something really nice over in Benetton under Kieran Crowley as well, and Ian Keatley can certainly add a lot with his experience, and he's just done a really good job for Munster over the years. Obviously, he will have his detractors and stuff, but he's the second highest point scorer of all time for Munster. Coming in after Ronan O'Gara was never going to be an easy task, but he had some great days. I think that drop goal over in Sale was a particularly memorable one, and just an absolute gent as well. I have to say, as a journalist, he was a pleasure to deal with, so I wish him the best of luck over in Italy. Absolutely,
yeah. Consummate professional, Andy, and I think even the detractors at times like these will sort of park some of those criticisms and can acknowledge that was a fine innings from him.
Yeah, I think to echo Murray's sentiments, first and foremost, he's just a really good bloke and very popular guy. He effectively finished my career because I was the old guy in Connacht and he was the young buck who was training the house down, and I got a insight into how professional he was at that age. He was probably 20, 21, and he was a brilliant professional in terms of his attitude, his how he was even around the group, and then how he contributed to the squad in terms of his effort alone. I think he showed a huge amount of resilience and mettle when it's well documented and very unfortunate, but getting booed that time in Thomond is probably a low point for Munster supporters. I think they're not overly proud of it themselves, and for him to come back from that was huge, and it showed what he's made of. And it's nice to see him do something a bit different, where I think he's going to get lots of time. As you said, Italian rugby is building. He will get regular game time with with Allen and McKinley involved with Italy during the World Cup. He had a high point of his career potentially in Rome with Ireland. It wasn't his first Six Nations start, I think, and he had four kicks out of 4 or 5 out of 5. So he's had good moments in Italy already, and I would wish him the absolute very best. I think he'd be one of the most popular guys in Irish professional rugby among his own peers, and while he might have detractors in the public, he doesn't have any in his own peer groups.